Welcome back to I'm Creation Summit. And this morning, what better thing to do than to drink a cup of coffee? Mm. But it's a special coffee. It's a Hiro drink, and I have Kat here with me. One of my favorite coffees. Kat, welcome. Thank you for bringing your amazing coffees here to and drinks
Thanks.
to us.
Thanks for having us. So it's like coffee without being coffee.
Interesting. Tell me more.
So Hero Drinks designed for your mind and mood.
Mm.
And so Hero Focus is made with the byproduct of coffee, which is the coffee fruit. So the
Mhm.
red cherry that grows around the outside of the bean.
Mm.
Um, and historically, the farmers have sent that fruit to landfill. We now work with a network of farmers to pick the fruit for purpose. We take the fruit and then the bean goes back to the farmer and he uses it and sells it in the way he always has. But he also generates a second revenue stream because we're now buying the
What would
fruit.
usually be a waste, right?
Yeah, it's usually
Oh,
waste. So
amazing.
it goes to landfill. We're the first business in Indonesia to license coffee fruit as a food source.
Wow.
And the magic, I guess, comes from the fact that it's 85% less caffeine than a regular coffee.
85% less,
Yes,
right? But
so
you
it
still
does
have the
not impact
flavonoids, terpenes,
polyphenols.
polyphenols, which is
So,
most important.
yeah, so the lack of caffeine means that it does not impact your adrenal system. So you don't get any adrenal impact.
You can don't get that jitterish
No,
feeling we
no
usually get. Yeah.
jitters, no crash afterwards, no heart
But
palpitations.
it still keeps me like active. It's very
So the
fast reacting.
polyphenols, when you
Mhm.
consume them, convert in your system, and this is the science we used to create the drink. The polyphenols convert into BDNF, which is brain-derived nootropic factor. So it is opening up your mind, nourishing your neuropathways, and allowing you to feel awake and alert, ready to take things on, get stuff done,
I just
uh,
want more
but
of this.
without the nasty side effects of
Mm.
heavily caffeinated drinks.
Lovely. And then you have this other side of the chain, which is Hero Sleep,
Yeah,
right? It's
so
just a drink that's
light
like
up,
opposite side, yeah?
and then lights out.
Hmm.
So Hero Sleep is made with the byproduct of nutmeg, which is also
Nutmeg.
a fruit. So it is the nutmeg fruit, and we also take the full components of the nutmeg, which is the seed and the flower as well. And so the drink is made up of all three components of the nutmeg. Um,
And you
and
splash like a bit of cinnamon there. There's like a
there's,
bit of freshness
yeah,
or
there's
flavor happening.
cinnamon in there as
Oh,
well.
so
And
juicy.
there's also cinnamon leaf, which many people don't
Oh,
realize
interesting.
that cinnamon actually comes from the tree trunk.
Mm.
So they slice the bark away and dry it, and it rolls into the cinnamon stick and then gets ground up into the powder. But actually, we also take the leaves from the tree and we use them as well. And they bring a beautiful sweetness to the drink, which means we can put less sugar in the drink as well.
See.
Um, and nutmeg actually relaxes the central nervous system. And when your central nervous system is relaxed, you will naturally go to sleep.
So you're really targeting here like parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system
Yes.
states to have it prolonged feeling of regulation, right? Instead of
Yeah, and I guess
dropping down with a jitterish feeling, you're able to have these ups and downs. You drink Hero Sleep in the night, you drink Hero Hyper Focus in the
yes.
morning.
So we say hero was designed for your mind and mood. And we
Mhm.
spell hero with an I because we really
Okay.
believe everyone has to take their own health and wellness into their own hands and be responsible for looking
Be your own
after their, be
hero,
your own
right?
hero. Yeah, exactly. um, so with both drinks, you actually have the drink that keeps you awake and alert and focused and getting things done, which
Mhm.
means in this really busy life that we all lead, you don't, feel overwhelmed at how much you have to get done. You just get it done. And
Right.
then when you go to bed at night and you feel good because you got all the things done you needed to get done, you take a drink that helps you have a really good night's sleep. The next day you wake up feeling great and ready to take it all on again.
Mhm.
When we don't take notice of these things, we end up in a position where we're totally overwhelmed by what we have to get done during the day. We probably don't get it all done. Then we lie in bed awake, worried about the fact, wired and tired, worried about the fact that we didn't get everything done, needing to add to the things that we need to do tomorrow because we didn't get them done yesterday. We don't sleep well. We then wake up feeling even more drained, even more fatigued. And it's like a downward spiral. And then we've got a very simple 100% natural aid that can help combat that.
Yeah, so
And
to prevent the chronic fatigue and then insomnia and then what mostly causes the burnout, especially with grinders in our community. And then you're saying that then Hero Sleep would help you wind down, similar what Apigenin from chamomile does, right? Just like wind down to the brain active.
Yeah, but it's very fast. So
very
I actually drink mine literally when I've done everything for the
You're
day.
already in the bed, right?
I've done all my reading, checked my messages, I've put my phone away, I've switched everything off. I drink it in my bedroom. I go in and I brush my teeth and I get into bed and turn the lights out.
Wow.
And sleep
keeps
is
you.
like fast.
So have you tried experimenting doing like power naps with it?
So yeah, you can actually use it in the daytime as well as a anti-anxiety and relaxant. So 1 bottle, 1 dose is what we say. But for Hero Sleep, if you are having a really stressful moment in the day and you just take 1 shot, it just takes the edge off and everything starts to feel just manageable again.
I see. So people can drink like a microdose of Hero Sleep and then get into their kind of balanced state. Okay, so I understand that if you drink the coffee or all these drinks, you also need to stay hydrated because some of these things dehydrate. So tell me, what water do you drink then if you drink anything to stay hydrated?
So as you know, I have a stack of your water in my room at home. And I drink.
So you drink Okiara water?
I do. I do drink.
For your hydration?
Yes, it is. It's not what we use in Hero.
Okay. Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe there's a conversion ready to happen. We actually use a Bali water source. They're a newish player in the market, and it is a spring water. But we have worked very closely with them and checked out their facilities and made sure that everything is clean and at the right standard.
Good.
But yeah,
you want to
so
keep hydrated in the best possible way, and then put the most purest water in your
100%. We all should be reading every label of everything we put in our shopping cart and finding out what is in our food and what is in our drinks. And
do you feel like the society in general are being more aware of reading the labels? And then just being more conscious about what they put in their bodies now.
I think some people, yes. I think there's a long way to go. And I think there's a large proportion of the population who simply do not have access to the right education. I say to people, I grew up in a ingredient household, not a snack household. So we had all the ingredients ready to put together. But my mom was really anti-buying packaged food and food with additives. And as children, we thought she was so boring and, not exciting. But in fact, she was really trying to protect us and look after our bodies. And we all only get one body. And I think, in general, looking at a global population, you see mass increase in Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and all of these terrible degenerative diseases, new chronic diseases appearing. And, that comes from somewhere. And so let's look at history and what went on. And, for the majority of time, people were eating natural raw ingredients and these diseases didn't exist. And now we have this, time period where people are getting really, really sick. And you look back and you're like, they were eating packaged food and food
Yeah.
loaded with chemicals. And
It's so important to build the education and have a community. Like you're part of some amazing wellness groups, and what we also try to do here at Lamb Creation Summit is bring all people together to share the knowledge, the wisdom, to inspire others to live more healthier lives, so we can be better humans and expand more. So, Kat, thank you so much for bringing the Hero Focus and Hero Sleep. Thank you for creating such a great sustainable product.
yeah,
What would have otherwise be waste? Thank you for impacting the locals here in Bali.
yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for coming to I'm Creation Summit. Lastly, do you have any words of wisdom or maybe share some links where people can find Hero or order them? I know you're much available around Bali.
Yeah, so I think the easiest way is to just go to at hero.drinks on Instagram, and we have lists of where we're available, but most major supermarkets, lots of health food shops,
Mhm.
also available in Jakarta and looking to expand elsewhere. So,
There you go. Thank you so much, Kat. Check out this amazing drink. It's one of my new favorite coffee nut coffee drinks. So, and stay tuned for the more to come from I Am Creation Summit here in Bali.